Recently, a video posted on April 25th showed an overseas Chinese man saying his family has been constantly harassed by the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, because he had participated in the Ban Great Firewall Movement. The young man said under the new rule of the CCP, "Our future has no hope. Only by overthrowing the regime will we have a new China. The world realizes the danger in the current international situation, and the CCP is gradually retreating." He said life under the CCP rule is constant man-made disasters, anger, resentment, and frequent chaos. I think it's time to launch a comprehensive counteroffensive against the communist bandits, and the grievances of more than 70 years will roar the most strongly at this moment. He hoped more people would participate in the movement. According to Vision Times, the Ban Great Firewall Movement has gained nearly 1 million online supporters in just over 40 days. Help 1.4 billion people break down the people-fooling wall. The Ban Great Firewall Movement was initiated by Qiao Xinqin, a former reporter of RFA. In early March this year, he tweeted that he wanted to help 1.4 billion people break down the so-called people-fooling wall of the Chinese internet. The initiative also mentioned that after 1989, the biggest obstacle for Chinese people in the mainland and abroad to resist the CCP was the Great Firewall, GFW. Since 2000, the CCP has built the GFW, spending $6 billion per year banning 310,000 websites worldwide, including Google, isolating 1.4 billion people from 6.6 billion others, exasperating international misunderstandings and conflicts, and endangering the Chinese people's interests. Qiao Xinqin said evidence of this heinous crime could be obtained in minutes and should be brought before the United Nations for public trial. We should immediately upgrade the guerrilla tactics of 3 or 5 people to the counter-strategy of 1.4 billion people. He emphasized, under the rule of the CCP, 5% of people seize 95% of social wealth, accompanied by the economy's rapid collapse. 1 billion people are facing serious difficulties of unemployment, bankruptcy, and hunger. The people-fooling wall is the last barrier supporting the CCP's survival. It is worth mentioning that just 2 days after the initiative was made, on March 30th, Qiao Xinqin tweeted, "Did the Ban Great Firewall Movement really scare the CCP? This is the second time the petition has been deleted within 5 days by the Change website. Both times it reached nearly 200 signatures, but there were always netizens saying the signature page had a problem and it was deleted. But I can be sure, this time it has touched the lifeblood of the CCP." Ban Great Firewall Movement has attracted nearly 1 million supporters. As the Chinese journalist in exile abroad, Qiao Xinqin believes that without press freedom, there is no democracy and human rights. Since 2000, China has become the world's largest economic prison. People can only access the CCP's brainwashing information. He said the CCP has 2 main tools to maintain its totalitarian regime. One is lies, and the other is violence. The GFW is the CCP's greatest deception tool. In the past 40 days, the Ban Great Firewall Movement has attracted nearly 1 million supporters. Qiao told VOA after he founded the movement, his family in China had been threatened, and the authorities asked him to cancel it. But he doesn't care. He even declared, "I have written a non-suicide statement in English and Chinese. If anything happens to me, please find the CCP to solve it." Many overseas Chinese participate in the Ban Great Firewall Movement. May 3rd is the World Press Freedom Day. On May 2nd, 3 Chinese youths supported the Ban Great Firewall Movement in Amsterdam. They demanded the release of Chinese citizen journalists Zhang Zhan, Kurban Mamouti, and other reporters still in detention. Also, on May 2nd, a young Chinese man named Zhao Yuting tweeted photos of himself arriving at the Chinese embassy in Helsinki, Finland, to support the movement. On April 29th, in front of the Chinese embassy in London, a woman wore a shirt with the words, "Only without the CCP, there is a new China. Only freedom and democracy can save China," and held a placecard supporting the Ban Great Firewall Movement.